Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Teal Garcia, and on this channel we talk about everything related to photography. First, I want to do a life update. If you don't care about my life update, because it's been a little while, if you don't care about that, I will put the timestamp below and you can just skip this. So, a life update, we finally made it to Texas. We've been here for a little over a week now, and I guess almost 2 weeks. We've been here 2 weeks now. We've been in our house a little over a week. As you can see, we don't have anything in our house. We are still waiting on all of our stuff from Hawaii, and it'll probably be about another 2 weeks, which is definitely frustrating. Me and my husband have noticed that they definitely treat you different when you go overseas. I know Hawaii is the United States, but they do consider it overseas. They treat you differently when you go overseas than when you come back. We stayed in a hotel for 44 days until our stuff got to Hawaii. Even though we had a house, we weren't required to move into our house with nothing. We were allowed to stay in our hotel for 44 days until our stuff arrived. On this side of the ocean, you get 10 days in a hotel, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we are in a very empty house with air mattresses and patio furniture as our living room furniture. So it is what it is, you know. It's kind of like camping. You just have a really big tent. So it's fine. I think I'm gonna start taking clients and doing a few mentor sessions here shortly. I just want to get everything settled. I definitely want to get my stuff first. Like, I feel like I need to be like motivated to sit down and edit and whatnot. I really feel like I need my stuff. Like, I need my desk. I need my stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so far so good. It's definitely different. It's a dry desert compared to the ocean. Everybody's allergies are kicking their butts. So my daughter started school yesterday. So today's my second day at home all by myself. Very exciting. It's definitely weird because in Hawaii she was still doing a little bit of virtual learning. But here it's just full on school. It is 8 o'clock to 3:25. So I finally get the house to myself again. So that's nice. It's been a while. I miss her, of course, but it's been a little while since I've just had the house to myself. But yeah, that's it for a life update. We're here. We made it. We're all in one piece. We're surviving at best with very few things, but yeah. All right, so now on to the topic of today's video. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because like any of you know, if you move to a new place or you're gonna go visit a place, you kind of snoop around and you like check out the other photographers. Well, there was somebody posted in a local group about looking for a photographer. So I took that. I'm not ready to take clients just yet, but I took that as the opportunity to kind of like poke around and like see what photographers were around answering this, you know, request. I came across one that clearly had photos on their website that were not theirs. And the reason why I know this is because they're not a bad photographer. There was some great work on there, even on their Facebook page and whatnot, and you could tell it was just a very specific style. And on their website, they had photos that were not theirs. On like, if you've built your website and you use a template, a lot of times they'll throw in pictures that are just like placeholders and you're supposed to replace those pictures. Well, this person did not do that. So you click on weddings and it's this gorgeous wedding photo and you click on it and then it takes you to their work. And I know somebody's gonna be like, well, what if that was their work? It was very clearly not their work, if that makes sense. It was a completely different style. It was not, you could clearly tell. And all of the photos on the menu, these placeholder photos, all of these photos were kind of the same style, and then their style was completely different. Again, not bad. I'm not like saying they were terrible photos and these photos were good. I'm not saying that. But it got me thinking that we need to talk about that and how it's not okay, especially when you're involved in photography, like you're representing your work. Please don't use photos that are not yours at all for any reason whatsoever. So obviously on your website, the way that you can get around that, if you're filling out a template, don't make your website public until all of the photos that are not yours are removed, because I know that's how it is. So I think this person, they might have, honestly, there was some weird font, like some weird text that was not in English, And I know that like Squarespace does that a lot. They'll just have, if the template was made by somebody in another country, they'll just have text that's not English on there. And so they were clearly in the middle of building their website. So again, they might even have by now changed it, I don't know. But having a public website that has photos that are not yours, something that you've posted and that is public, should not be public until everything is off. It's essentially a lie. So they could look through your stuff and really like that cover photo and think that's more of, you know, oh, well, they did that style there. They don't know that that's not your photo. I know because I can tell. I'm like, I guess, seasoned in being able to tell that that's not somebody's style. And hey, if it was your style, you should do, you know, pick a style. But again, I really 99.9% sure that was not their photo. That was not their photos. So yeah, just wait. If you're filling in a template and there's already photos on there, make sure you change them before you publish your website. It's very important. The other thing that I wanted to talk about having to do with using photos, and I want to talk about it because people are, like, fall is coming up and a lot of people are going to start getting, especially a lot of people who do themed sessions or mini sessions, they're going to start getting their ideas together and little sets to build. So what I want to say is, please don't use photos that are not yours to advertise. Do not post something that says that's somebody else's photo from a year or two ago that you like and that's what you're going for. Don't post that photo and say this is the goal, or this isn't my photo, but this is what I'm going for. Just don't do it. And the reason I say this is because it actually happens a lot. So even if it's inspiration, even if that's the goal, you're telling the people that are looking at that photo that that's what you're gonna do. So the reason why it's important not to do that is because you can't guarantee the results by using somebody else's photo. So if somebody wants to book you and you're saying this is what my setup's gonna be, if somebody wants to book you for that, that's what they're expecting. They're expecting that setup, that editing style, they're expecting exactly that. And at that point, you're kind of copying that person if you are going to do it exactly like that, and that's not cool either. But you're setting an expectation of what these photos are gonna look like. So if they show up and something's different, they'll be like, this isn't the setup that I booked. Even if you have said, you know, people don't read things clearly all the time. Like, even if you had said, this is the inspiration, this is the vibe, this is where my head's at, whatever you say, if you show a photo that's not yours, that's not something you took, that is not exactly your setup, you're going to have people that are upset. No matter what, you're going to have people that are upset. If you copy that exactly, you're gonna have the photographer that took that photo upset. So just kind of, you know, don't do it. Make your setup, even if it doesn't have the foliage that you're gonna have in the fall, do your setup, do maybe like an inspiration board of these colors, this bench, this location, do kind of an inspiration board instead. But taking somebody else's photos and saying, this is what I want to do, is not okay. Ever, in any way, shape, or form. Don't do it. Again, you're gonna either piss off the photographer, because let me tell you right now, somebody posting a photo of yours saying, this is the inspiration, this is what I wanna do, it's not flattering. Like, it's, as a photographer, it's not flattering. It's just like, hey, get your own ideas, you know, or copy it without saying anything, you know, it's just not cool. So those are my opinions. I don't think pictures that you did not take should be involved in any part of your business whatsoever. I know that people really like Pinterest. So maybe putting a Pinterest inspiration board together with a bunch of photos and sending that to your clients might be one. But like publicly posting photos, Instagram, Facebook, wherever, publicly posting somebody else's photos and saying that's your inspiration, or not saying anything at all, or whatever, I just don't think that's okay. Just stick with your own photos. It's just that easy to set the expectation of what people are going to get. All right, that's all I have on that. I just wanted to talk about it really quick because, again, I know fall's coming up because I saw the website that kind of irked me. My husband thought I was weird. He's like, why does that bother you? And I was having a hard time explaining why it bothered me. He says it has nothing to do with me, but it does. Like I don't want people to be misled for any reason whatsoever, even though again, their photos were fine on their website, but I don't know, it just bothers me because if you're a photographer, you should have a photo to fill in all of those spots. So okay, that's it. That's all I have. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please do so, and I will see you next time. Bye.